Welcome back to the hyperbolic suffering chamber. We are back once again. It is day 162. So, a lot of days of programming, and it's interesting because the great and holy supreme Turkey Day is upon us. So, interesting indeed. So, it'll be interesting to see. It's also kind of the halfway point of the year. So, it'll be interesting to see where we are or where we will be in 162 days from now. So, we shall see. Also, you've had a lot of new faces in the Discord, so if you haven't yet, you should join the Hyperbolic Coding Chamber Discord. This Discord is rapidly expanding at an exponential rate, so we're trying to acquire resources from local governments and developing countries to see if we can route some more resources to the Discord. So if you want to have a say in how that is rolled out, you should definitely join the Discord. But other things that we have a say about are the comments. So we have a comment from Bylol. Keep it up, bro. You got it. Feel strong, man. I'm just trying to get like you, brother. Feel strong, man. And then I just remember there's a comment someone to say, stop saying feel strong, man. Rip. So we have a comment from Shabby, which is a pretty cool profile picture, by the way. Hey, nice video. How did you get dark mode on LeetCode, by the way? Are you using some kind of extension? Yes. I'm actually using an extension. It's a Chrome extension called Dark Reader, and it pretty much just makes Dark Reader on Chrome extension store thing. But yeah, it's a pretty cool extension. Pretty much makes every website dark mode, which is a must cop because the LeetCode developers are creating an attack against our cornea in our retinal planes. So not only do we have to solve these problems, but also we're risking the health and livelihood of our retinas on this website. So if you see a fellow friend using light mode on LeetCode, you're going to tell them to stop it and get some help. But yes, not much else to say. I'm going to do a shorter session today as usual. I'm trying to balance my time between outside studying and LeetCode, so we just did about 25 minutes of prep, I think, maybe a little more. And so we're now going to, I think now we're going to do some problems. So we're back once again. Hopefully we can continue pace and continue solving. So I think I said it was day 162. So yeah, we have a problem here called repeated substring. So hopefully we can dunk on this problem. Did we solve it already? We haven't. So we're actually getting dunked on by this problem. I don't think we got to spend too much time on it. I think I just tried to run a solution together in 10 minutes. So, yes. So here we're going to start the timer and we're just going to jump into it. So here we have repeated substring pattern. Given a string S, check if it can be constructed by taking a substring of it and appending multiple copies of the substring together. So we have AB, AB, and it is a substring AB twice, right? Then we have ABA, and there's just no way to make this work. So we came with a pretty snazzy solution, I think, to pretty much reverse half of the string and then check if it's a palindrome. But this does fail us on simple cases like AB, AB, AB. Why is that? Because the strings are not in our favor. It's also interesting because we return false. But it is formed from a repeated substring. So I think we can throw out some code here and actually try something different. Where I think what we can actually do instead is we know that these first two cases pretty much ensure that S is of an even length. because this rules out all odd length strings. So when S is even, that's the only time when S is even, we're going to run this code down here. So what we can actually do instead of this is just do a bit of a search. So we'd have to know what our upper bound is in terms of repeating the substring over and over again, right? And I think we're going to know that our upper bound is right. So it's not an upper bound we have a lower bound. We know if we're going to have a repeated substring, right? We have to check if it is the substring, right? Well, how many times the substring is repeated. At minimum, it has to be repeated at least twice. So our lower bound is actually going to be 2. If that's the case, what we can actually do is start at the number of, or I guess, I don't know what the good variable name for this would be, but we could just create a variable called length, which is going to be equal to s.length minus 2. And we want this to run while len is greater than or equal to 2, and then we'll do length minus equal 2. Right? If it's going to be repeated and our substring is even, we can skip the odd numbers, right? And then what we're basically going to do is check if we run this special loop we're going to put inside. If it ever returns true, then we know that we're in good hands. Sort of a lot like having Progressive as your insurance provider. And so we'll return false here, right? And for each length, right, we're going to check the potential substring to see if it makes sense. So one way to do that is to just say, hey, left is going to start at index 0, or P1 is going to start at index 0. We're going to have P2 start at index length. So for example, right, our lower bound is going to be 2. If we do 4 over 2, right, we can either do, the answer here is 2. So what we can do is say we want to start at index 0, which is going to be A here, and we want our second pointer to start at this matching A here. That would be index 0, 1, 2. So this does indeed work. What we'll do is we'll say while P1 is less than s.length and s sub P1 equals s sub P2, we can pretty much just say P1 plus equal 1 and P2 plus equal 1. And then at the end, to check if we have to return anything, all I have to do is check if P1 makes it to the end, then we'll know that, so if P1 is equal to s.length, right, then we know that they matched through, and they matched as a pair all the way through. So if we start AA, right, we'll check if these match, then we go to BB for both, and then CC for both. AA, BB. Other thing I have to make sure is that P2 is going to be in front, so while P2 is less than s.length. And we'll say s.length minus 1. So AA matches, then BB matches. Now P2 is pretty much out of bounds, so we're going to stop, and then we're going to say, okay, P1 is now at going to be at index 0, 1, 2. I'm going to say, okay, P1, does P1 equal s.length, which is 4 minus 2? It does. And a better way to write this might just be P1 plus, or we can actually just check if P2 equals S dot length. The issue with this is I'm not exactly certain what the time complexity is. I guess we could also just make so for BB, we output false. But we should be outputting true. And I'm just actually going to start at S dot length. Minus 1. So let me check this real quick. We'll start at B. P1 will be equal to 0. Length is 2 minus 1 would give us 1. So P2 is going to be equal to len, which is 1. 0, 1. Oh, it's true. P2 minus length. We're going to start at A. Now that I'm thinking about it though, we could just start at length is equal to 1. Since we're no longer doing the we'll just do len plus plus. Maybe I overcomplicated this. I'm not following. They don't match. And then we're going to say, okay, if P1, which is 0, equals P2 minus length, I don't understand. Why is this returning true? I should just add this as a test case though. P2 and P2 does equal S dot length. That is true. Basically, what I'm checking isn't a good metric of actually having traveled and checked the distances. So we'll say traveled is equal to 0. Traveled plus equal 1. And then if traveled, because it'll be how much that P1 traveled, P1 should have traveled basically the whole length of the string minus length. We still fail here. I don't understand. Ow, my hips hurt. So we end up traveling 1, which is what it sounds like, which means there can't, but if I do S dot length, which is, the string is 6 characters long. Should be S dot length, which is 6 minus the length we chose. I think this would be fixed if we bounded it like this. What is going? I don't understand. We have 1651 P1 P2 len s dot length, which is 6 minus length traveled equal. I'm not understanding. We traveled one character. I think I figured it out. I think the actual answer should be traveled plus length should equal s dot length. This is very strange. I'm not understanding what's happening here. Travel plus len. I think these are all calculated from each other, but still. I don't understand. Yeah, something is off about this. 1, 2, 3. A, B. S dot length, which is 12, minus the length, which is 3, gives you 9. You traveled 9. Here, if you travel 6, which doesn't even make sense, 5, you do S dot length, which is 6, minus the length we chose, which is 5. I think what we also need is and P1 equals S dot length minus len. I think I see what's happening. You need to already know the answer, which is unclear while we're running. If I do here S dot length minus the length we chose, which is 5, that's where P1 is going to be because all these values are linked. Correct. You know it was correct if we traveled. S dot length mod S dot length minus len equals 0. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. If we do S dot length minus len, which is actually 5, 6 mod 5, that doesn't make any sense. S dot length is 6 and len is 5. S dot length is 6. 6. Oh, I'm probably doing it the wrong way. No. S dot length is 6. 6 mod 5 gives you 1. S dot length minus len. Len is 5. So I guess I'm doing 6 mod 1. I think what I mean to do is s.length mod len. I don't understand. I don't understand why this problem is giving me so many issues. It seems like it should be relatively simple, but maybe we'll just come back tomorrow. But yeah, I don't understand. I think I know how we can solve this, but I'm gonna wrap it up here.